Why is everyone worried about Margot Robbie and Cara Delevingne all of a sudden? Well, it's because the two stars were thrust into a dangerous situation in Argentina over the weekend, one that left a paparazzi photographer going to cops and alleging that he was beaten up for trying to take their picture. Margot and Cara were dining in Buenos Aires early Sunday morning, and as they were leaving a restaurant, there was an Uber driver waiting for them, but the pickup was a disaster. According to a TMZ report, as the ladies were entering the car, a paparazzo rushed at them and started taking photos aggressively, intruding on their personal space. This reportedly happened just as they were getting in the car, but it freaked out the driver, who suddenly took off with Cara fully in the car, but Margot was halfway in and halfway out. In order to avoid serious injury, Margot actually had to jump out of the car, and she ended up falling on the ground. But even after the chaotic accident, the photographer continued snapping pictures of her. That's when a couple of male friends of Margot's jumped in to help and allegedly beat him up. Photos of the paparazzo who was injured in Argentina have surfaced, and it certainly looks like he was banged up as a result of the incident. The man named Pedro Oquera ended up on a stretcher during the day in question and was photographed with a neck brace and a full-blown arm cast. Photos show him at the hospital looking severely injured, and he told police that he was brutally beaten by these two men, whom he perceived as security guards, and hospitalized with a broken arm and a bloody scalp. It has also since been reported that the two guys who were taken in by police are filmmaker friends of Margot and Cara's, a film producer and a key grip, both of whom have already been detained and are in police custody, although it's not clear what charges they're facing. But we do know that the photographer will be pressing charges. It is difficult to say who is entirely to blame in this situation, but it's quite apparent that it could be another case of a paparazzi behaving erratically, especially since their actions caused Margot to jump out of a moving car and hit the pavement, and instead of coming to her aid, they decided to take photographs of her lying on the ground. This incident comes just a few weeks after Margot was seen looking upset leaving Cara's house. The star was seen struggling to contain her emotions after visiting her friend's $7 million West Hollywood house, just 2 hours after Cara's sister Poppy was also seen leaving. It seems as though Cara's friends and family are staging some kind of intervention or offering their support to her after a series of disheveled public appearances have sparked major concerns. 3 weeks ago, a distressing video of the model at Van Nuys Airport went viral, which showed her behaving erratically and out of sorts. She was seen dropping her phone several times, shaking, and unable to stand still. But people really started to wonder what was going on when she failed to show up in New York City for the launch of her very own fashion collection. She also didn't show up to the Emmy Awards alongside the cast of Only Murders in the Building. But whether or not Cara is battling some kind of addiction, she does seem to be on a bit of a downward spiral at the moment. Earlier this year, a video went viral of the 30-year-old attempting to lick rapper Azealia Banks while she was performing her hit track 212 at a Halloween party. The video was pretty telling because you could see that as Azealia got to the end of her song, Cara was literally on her knees in front of her with her tongue out, and it seemed like she was licking the entire length of her body. Then Azealia spoke about the incident, which only made her behavior sound more troubling, as she said, "There were plenty of times I would just hide Cara in my apartment for days at a time to make sure she got some deep sleep and some actual food, and it wasn't just thrown out amongst the wolves like that." Then at the Billboard Music Awards in May, Cara really made it seem like she was obsessed with Megan Thee Stallion. Several of the model's antics ended up going viral following the show, including photos of her peering around a corner and licking her lips while staring at Megan as she posed for photographers. The photos took Twitter by storm, with one user writing, "Your chances of being watched by Cara Delevingne are slim but never zero." Eventually, Cara ran onto the carpet and grabbed the train of Megan's dress to give the photos added movement, but the star was clearly irritated by all the attention. Not only that, but video footage from a party resurfaced online which showed Cara attempting to kiss Megan while they were on the dance floor, and Megan literally had to grab her shoulders and hold her back. So with everything going on at the moment, let's just hope she's able to turn it around eventually. That's all the story we have for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.